When you face difficulty, that's the time where you need to take action, because if you don't take action, you are missing out on the biggest opportunity to go against the grain, do the thing you don't feel like, build discipline, and define your character. And that's exactly why December is the best time to start your New Year's resolutions. I didn't feel like doing this video. I have a bunch of videos before this. I got a bunch of stuff I need to do, and I have a hard deadline in a very short time. So I'm under a lot of stress, yet I'm still here to show up and do this, not because I have to do this video, but because I want to do it on principle alone. And likewise, yeah, you could wait till January like the average person. Yeah, you could be a follower instead of a leader. But instead, if you define your character by taking action when it's the hardest to do so, then that's when you're going to see success. Now, is December really that hard to take action? No, but it's a time where most people are being lazy. So that's going to create resistance, because most average people around you are going to be normalizing not following their goals in December. But you know what? If you allow yourself to be at the effect of your environment, then where else is that going to affect your life? Well, if you're always going to be at the effect of your environment, then you're not going to be able to take proactive control and become a creator of your reality and of your own success. But if you're a proactive individual and you're at the cause and other people are at the reaction to you, you have a lot more power, a lot more leverage, and a lot more influence. And that's just one metaphor for where this principle applies. Everything affects everything, and how you do one thing is how you do everything. And in this video and in this presentation, I'm going to show you exactly how taking charge of your goals in December, when everybody else is being lazy and sitting around waiting until January for yet another year where they don't do a single thing, you're going to be getting ahead, setting yourself as a leader and going against the grain, setting yourself apart from the pack. And the beautiful thing is, when you stop identifying with the norms of the people around you and you start creating your own ideals and you start leading yourself, that's when your life changes. So let's dive into it. I got a couple things for you guys today. December is the best time to start New Year's resolutions. How to get ahead of the pack by going against the grain. So the first question we got to ask is, why is it that most people fail year after year to hit their New Year's goals? Literally every single year. Well, think about it. If you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, that is the definition of insanity. And the problem is that if you procrastinate and wait for New Year's, you put yourself into a mindset of procrastination. And if you're going to be the person who doesn't take action in November and December, not only are you wasting 2 months out of the year, but you're also defining your character as being an individual who procrastinates. And that normalizes hitting snooze on the alarm, delaying till Monday, letting yourself be on a slippery slope if you screw up once in a week, and you just set yourself up for failure. Versus you do the opposite and you set yourself up for success. And the problem is that everybody repeats this pattern year after year, and the pattern becomes more entrenched as a habit, as an ideal, and as a norm, and as an expectation within their subconscious every single year, which makes it that much easier to fail on your goals the following year. And then every year you tell yourself it's going to be different, but the only way you're going to make it different is by taking action in December as opposed to taking action in January. Because if you take action in January, it's always going to be the same. But if you take action in December, you're creating a character-defining moment, just like how I decided to do this video, even though I'm tired, even though I just did 4 other videos, even though I got a lot of other stuff that is putting stress upon my plate right now. I decided that I had to make this video, especially the way I was feeling, that this was meant to be that I was feeling this way, and chose to make this video anyways, so I could have integrity with the principle I'm sharing with you today. And that's the type of mindset that you want to have. Because that's the exact opposite of the mindset of procrastination. The mindset of procrastination is the opposite of the mindset of procrastination and taking action. Look, if you're a proactive person who takes action, that is the opposite of the procrastinator. But if you're a procrastinator and you delay and you have low standards for yourself, then guess what? That's going to showcase inside your results. The same mindset that makes you start your goals December 1st is a powerful mindset that's going to make you proactive, right? Or sorry, I think this was meant to say the same mindset that makes you start your goals January 1st is the same mindset that hits snooze to get 5 more minutes of crap quality that doesn't even make a difference multiple times every morning because they're lazy. Versus the mindset that's going to make you start your goals on December 1st as opposed to January 1st is a mindset that doesn't hit snooze a single time and gets up right away, is productive, makes it happen, finds a way to wake themselves up, and crushes it, okay? The same mindset that makes you not take action on your goals, opportunities, or tasks that you need to complete to make more money, have better relationships, and get in better shape is the same mindset of a person who waits till January 1st. So that's exactly what I'm saying, is that the opportunity we have in December to take action now while others are being lazy is the opportunity to set yourself apart from the pack. Okay, so that's where the against the grain mentality comes in. When the rest of the herd is following like sheep and doing stupid crap that just sabotages them and makes them average, and you know what an average person makes? $30K a year. An average person is 20 or 30 pounds overweight. The average person has a 51% chance of divorce. The average person is very average. And so if you want to be a high achiever and you want to set yourself apart from the rest of the pack, take the opportunity you have in December while all the resistance is against you. Every lazy person in your environment is telling you, oh, just wait till January 1st. And if you let yourself be pulled down to that average, then guess what? You're going to be the average for the rest of your life, okay? You got to be a leader. You got to be able to set yourself apart from the pack. You got to know that you're different from the average person who procrastinates on their goals, doesn't take action, makes excuses, and produces these types of results, because that's the average result. The average person makes $30K a year. You might be making more than that, but you might be 20 to 30 pounds overweight, okay? You're probably making more than that, but you're probably 20 to 30 pounds overweight. And let's look at your marriage. Maybe you're overweight and you're forever alone right now, or maybe you are in a marriage where the passion and spark isn't what it once was. And what do you think happens to people who don't have the passion and spark in their marriages? This is exactly what happens. Okay, so the question then becomes, do you want to be average and face these consequences, or do you want to be a leader and a high achiever? Well, the decision is yours. So what do leaders do? Well, they wake up before others to take action on their goals. Now, some leaders understand that maybe that interferes with their sleep schedule, and maybe they're more productive at night. So instead, they stay up later than others working on their dreams. Okay, that's what leaders do. They take that leadership, although they often wake up early. It just depends on the circumstances of your life. I've been on both sides of the coin, but I always put in the work, and that's the key. And leaders don't wait till an arbitrary date that others have defined for them, where others set half-ass intentions to take action. They take action as soon as they realize that they have to, which is right now in the present. Okay, so here are some examples of where I was not a leader, right? If I saw a girl I liked in high school, I'd shy away, not make eye contact, and be really frustrated with myself. Now, if I see somebody I'm interested in, I still feel that fear and resistance because I'm a human being, but I lead myself to go take action anyways, despite facing the resistance. Because number one, my reason is greater than my resistance on multiple levels. The primary level being, I'm going to do it on principle alone, just like I'm making this video on principle alone. Of course, my primary directive with creating this video is to help you to break out of this BS. But guess what? The fact I'm making this video right now instead of tomorrow is so that I have integrity with this principle, and because that's the person that I want to be. I want to be the action taker, not the procrastinator. Okay? Another example of me not being a leader is if I got fat because I was craving food and I was too busy to work out and I made excuses, I would just settle for being fat. But now if I catch myself getting out of shape, softening up a bit, I take action to correct it right away. And that's because I respect myself and I love myself and I have standards for myself. And that was hard to build because I used to not respect myself. I used to hate myself. I used to have low-ass standards. But I had to build that shit instead of conforming to the shitty-ass standards of most other average people who procrastinate and rationalize. Fuck that shit, man. I'm not going to be an average person. And likewise, if I used to have a bad month in business, I'd sit around and feel sorry for myself and loop on the fear, anxiety, depression, and think like a little victim and wish that somebody would save me. But now, if I'm having a slow month, I problem solve. I take greater action. I invest in myself or in people to hire to fulfill whatever deficits I have, and I figure out how to break through that plateau. I put in the work. Okay? So even if you're not a leader right now, you have the capacity to change. I'm telling you right now, I used to be like the opposite of a leader. I was the ultimate follower, couldn't define anything for myself, just follow the narrative that my parents had set for me in the low status position in society that had been handed to me. But I decided to position myself as different. I decided to level up. I first built my body, then I built my social skills and my social life, then I built my business and my income. And that's how I got to where I am today. And am I where I want to be? No. Am I the most successful person in the world? Definitely not. But guess what? I'm above average success, above average income, above average success across other areas of my life, above average physique. And guess what? The fact that I'm above average and I'm constantly being that high achiever, that top 5, top 1% individual is what inspires me to keep being so every single day and instead of settling for the bullshit I was going to settle for when I was, 15, 12 years ago when I was being, for lack of a better word, a total bitch, just laying around not doing shit. So that's where I want you to audit right now. If you're watching this right now and you're setting goals for freaking January 1st, screw that, man. Do these goals in December. And I want you to ask yourself, where are you not being a leader right now? Where can you step up your game and step into the role of the leader that you know that you were destined to become and that you desire to be? Drop a comment, let me know, and let's hold you accountable. And if you want to keep it confidential, you can find me, if you truly want it, find me on my other platforms and DM me, and let's keep it confidential. Let's hold you accountable and make this thing happen. That's it for today's video. A little bit of a more harsh and to your soul, brutal one today. A little bit of a slow start there because, again, wasn't feeling my best. But you know what? Whenever you don't feel like something, if you still take action, you always feel better after. And that's exactly how I feel right now. And that's how you're going to feel when you take action on your goals inside of December instead of January like every other average person. My friends, I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope this video is valuable for you. Comment down below. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want me to cover in future videos. And let's crush these goals in December.